we're here with one final item. And Mark Charles, this is a true smart set of chop and mix kitchen tools. You get 3 of them in this pack up for just over $20. If you're hoping for Easy Pay tonight and you have a Q card, you have Easy Pay. 3 easy payments on that Q card, so take advantage of that. As you make some smashed potatoes.
Yeah. So we give you think that this is just a regular old masher, but what's important to note is there's actually a larger blade up there with silicone on it, flexible silicone. So when you're mashing in a bowl like this, you can actually scrape the bowl and mash and scrape. So get everything up and turn it. When you have a regular masher, it does not do that. We have a high heat resistant nylon that's made of, and the silicone trim, it's not going to melt. It's not going to absorb any odors. It's not going to conform or turn bad like all cheaper tools are. This is a tool that's going to last you and keep you. So we love this. It's all dishwasher safe. And remember, you have that scraper on there. It just makes life a lot easier. So that's your mashed potatoes. That's only one of the 3 pieces.
Ooh,
you also get
smells good.
2 great spatulas, one slotted and one not slotted. What's important about them, they both have a flexible edge of silicone and a little serration for cutting. So if you want to cut and chop meats and proteins while you're cooking them, you can do that on this side. If you want to scrape anything without any scratches on any cookware, glass, ceramic, or pottery or porcelain, you got that edge. And then the slotted version, same thing, with that little edge to cut, slotted and solid, plus the masher. How great is that?
Now, I've got lots of great colors for you. We're going to begin with the one closest to me. This is your green. Next to the green is aqua. Next to the aqua is purple. Then we've got black. And finally, we have the red. Now, holding on that red, you're going to see you get that unique, what do we call that? The, what's we call the first one? The one with all the little...
The masher.
The masher, thank you. Then the slotted spatula, and then the solid spatula.
Yep.
Now, I love also that masher when you're breaking up ground beef, browning ground beef, or sausage. I think all that's going to be important if you're browning ground chicken or
right
pork.
Into the pan while it's cooking. It's not going to melt on you. It's not going to absorb odors or any stains. Look at this. So you can do it on a flat pan. Get your ground beef when you're doing your Mexican taco night.
Otherwise, you're in there with your spatula going bang, 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 bang.
And
bang,
more
bang,
importantly,
bang,
if I want to scrape the edge of this, I can do that because remember, there's that elongated, see that one side that's elongated? That's also covered in silicone and you got a flexible edge to it. So that's the scraper part. So not only are you mashing it, and it's cutting, by the way, it's not just mashing. This is actually cutting and breaking up the meat. You can actually scrape things aside and cut and mash, cut and mash. So it's a cutter, it's a masher, it's a scraper all in one. Stands up, it's wonderful. This is a great tool in the kitchen. It's something we don't have. And it's a great version of doing something that we need to do.
I would pay $20 just for that one tool because that's the one that I think I would use so often in my kitchen because how many times do you start a recipe that says, take a pound of ground beef and crumble it and brown it. Take a pound of sausage and crumble it and brown it. You know, whatever the case may be. So this is going to work beautifully for that, but it also works great when you are mashing potatoes, as Mark Charles was showing you.
So
Not
again,
sure where those mashed potatoes
just being able to scrape, they went over there. So again, with the masher, if you're doing guacamole, egg salad, you want to shred things. Remember, there's a little bit of a cutting tool in here, but it's not real. We sharpen this, if you will, from the nylon on the edge right there. See that little bit of sharpness right there, right? And again, with that big beater there, what I love is you've got a masher, a cutter. So a masher doesn't work enough because the masher is only just mashing. This is actually cutting as it's mashing. So I love the fact that that is a better way of doing something like when you're making guacamole, I want something maybe even a little bit chunkier and I don't want it to be completely into mush. How great the fact that I can make chunky salsas and egg salads and breaking up.
What if you're stewing tomatoes?
Yes.
And then you need to break them all up for
and then
a sauce or something.
Use the scraper. Remember, look, I can use the scraper and have that scraper that's attached to there and keep mashing. So here's our guacamole that's cutting and mashing and scraping all in one. We love this tool. This is like quintessential for me, okay? So we got that. Now, what I love about the other tools are if you are folding, and David, I know you love this, when you have something that you got that flexible spatula on the edge and you want to fold, so you have your chocolate with your whipped cream. Not bad, right? And again,
would you like some whipped cream with your chocolate?
The folding of this, okay? So great tool for bakers, but remember, I can then scrape the edge of the bowl because I've got that silicone scraper and scrape the edge of the bowl and fold, okay? So we love that. And then over here, I'm gonna show when we are doing things like meatballs, the Mama Mancini meatballs, if you got them. With the slotted one, I love this because I can get all around and get the sauce from all the edges, right, with the scraper. And if I need to, you know, serve out, remember you got the slotted there. And remember, you've got that perforated edge on there to actually cut. So if I want to cut some of the meatballs, I can actually cut them in half and serve them out. So I love that. Remember, it'll take any heat on there.
What are you doing with your chicken over here?
Oh, we're gonna add the, no, that's gonna go in the ground beef.
Oh.
And this will go with stir fries. This is for the flat spatula.
Yeah.
Okay. And actually, can you want to add that to the ground beef?
Of course.
If you don't mind. And then,
Is this taco seasoning?
yeah, taco seasoning, of course. With the eggs, I love the fact that, remember, this is a slicer, so this is going to actually slice, not just
Look how
mash.
quickly it worked that seasoning into with this.
Isn't that great?
With
Yeah.
this tool.
Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, that's great. And it would be great for egg salad, what you're doing over there.
Yeah, and because remember, this is not just a masher. This is a slicer and a masher and a scraper. So what I love is I'm breaking up my hard-boiled eggs first, which I love, okay, in the bowl and able to scrape. And then I'm going to add some mayonnaise in there. With the scraper, you can actually scrape out some mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise, or mayo, as they like to say. Okay.
Whereas some people say mayonnaise.
And I'm going to put some pickles in there because we love the pickles. It's just a great three-piece tool. This is from the people who brought you the blender spatula that we have, the squeegee,
Yes, that gets
squeegee
underneath
spatula.
yeah.
So you wanted a new set. This is the new set from that company.
Here are your colors again. I've got green. Next to that is the aqua. Boogie on over to the purple, then the black, and the red. So as we wrap up, Mark Charles, we barely saw you tonight, so we're glad you were here, Mark
I'm so
Charles.
sorry that, you know, I felt like it was a blink of an eye. I wasn't even here, really.
Will we see you on Sunday? Yes, we will.
Oh, yes, you will, because you didn't get enough of me tonight, so why not
We're
some more?
always excited.